Esports is one of the most intense sports out there.
Stewie's on his own, but look at the time! Look at the time, there's 7 seconds to block the bomb! They're trying to build pyramids, but there's no more play! Stewie's won the round, we go to overtime!
They're prone to chronic injuries like any other sport, and they can make millions of dollars in a single tournament. But what does their training regime look like? Let's find out. Welcome to Xplained. Pro gaming is a $1.5 billion industry. It's the world's fastest growing spectator sport, and it's overtaking many traditional sports in terms of viewership. In 2021, esports had over 728 million viewers. To put this in perspective, Major League Baseball content had 79 million viewers in the US, whereas esports had 84 million viewers. In fact, these tournaments have sold out Madison Square Garden and World Cup stadiums. There are some incredible teams out there, like TSM, Cloud9, Team Liquid, and FaZe Clan, to name a few. Like any sport, these players have to have discipline. But how exactly do they stay on top of their game? Let's look at the actual game training first. The most popular games at the moment are Dota 2.
They're all together. PPD, here comes the Ice Blast, ready for the dog! And from universe, it's a disaster! CDC!
Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Now the alarm bells are going off! Control's unrelenting! He just won't give up! Oh!
Fortnite.
And he might peek. Straight to the wall.
Shot gonna be fired! And they do it! Because Legends are on top!
And League of Legends.
Bang, looking to come in. Here comes your initiation. They're right through. Oh my God! Your shockwave will find them all.
Players of these games have individual roles, so practicing as a team is a top priority. Some teams train remotely for most of the year and come together for boot camps before tournaments. Others live and train together in gaming houses. While in season, teams follow a strict training schedule. They practice together for a minimum of 8 hours per day, 6 days a week.
Bomb is really one shot.
Like any other sport, each team has a captain, and he or she makes the calls on the plays and defines the game strategy.
Go, go, go. Left side. Boom. Maintain. Nice, good. Top hand. I have radio. Tight. Fighter. Round player. Heaven. Nice.
Players practice different moves and tactics. Elite players rattle off 5 moves or more per second. And teams study games played by opponents to plan counter strategies. Breaks are usually short, and even then, players discuss game tactics and review matches while they eat. Once a training session is over, their performance is assessed and players are assigned work based on areas they need to improve on. But it doesn't stop there. Gamers even practice on their own nearly every waking minute before and after team practice. Because to be part of a pro team, they have to stay competitive and they can't afford to stop playing. Before we reveal the rest of their training routine, hit that like button and subscribe to Xplained. Gaming sessions alone won't cut it. Pro teams incorporate strict physical training routines, and they have coaches, trainers, sports psychologists, and chefs who help them with the process. Big league gamers hit the gym at least 4 to 5 days a week. Besides increasing their stamina, coaches focus on building the player's core strength with plank exercises. Lunge workouts help them relieve pressure points in their hips, knees, and ankles. Physical therapists show them the best posture and eye level to maintain while gaming to reduce fatigue.
So when players compete at events, there's a number of things that can really throw them off their game. There can be issues with the temperature. Maybe it's too hot, maybe it's too cold. Maybe the desk isn't the height that you're used to, so your arms don't feel quite right. You can't just settle in perfectly. Maybe there's lights that's really bright around, or maybe a light's even hitting you in the eye every once in a while, and it's loud.
They teach them thoracic extensions, which involves rolling a lower back over a rolled up mat to open the spine. They even learn stretches designed to prevent common gaming injuries like carpal tunnel syndrome and tennis elbow. And the entire fitness routine is even done on game day. Some teams even distribute hand-warming packets to players before a match to reduce the risk of finger and hand injuries. And once a game is over, they ice their wrists. Cognitive fitness is also essential. Players learn techniques to keep cool and stay focused during intense moments in the game. The coach of Team Dignitas says he implements a breathwork lesson taught to snipers to stay calm during high-pressure situations. And lastly, they focus on the right nutrition. Team chefs ensure players eat clean, especially when a tournament is coming up. Players drink smoothies to reduce inflammation in their joints. They're encouraged to stay hydrated, but are cautioned against overdoing it during a match. Additionally, some coaches insist that players keep high-energy supplements on hand for the final minutes of a match, a practice that is used by Air Force pilots to help them land safely after long missions. So what's the payoff after all that hard work? Well, gamers can literally make hundreds of thousands of dollars and even millions playing for pro teams. But don't take our word for it. Let's look at the top earnings from a single tournament over the years. There's Johan Sundstein, Jesse Venica, and Anathan Pham, Dota 2's top 3 players, who won $3.1 million each at the International in 2019. Harrison Chang, a Fortnite player who made $1.8 million at the Fortnite World Cup Finals 2019 solo tournament, and Peter Rasmussen, a Counter-Strike player who won $200,000 at the Intel Grand Slam Season 1 in 2018. Some of the most popular tournaments globally include the International for Dota players, ESL Intel Extreme Masters for Counter-Strike, Fortnite World Cup, and the League of Legends World Championship. The prize money at these tournaments is huge, with the highest being $40 million at the International in 2021. As viewership increases, tournaments are also attracting big sponsors like Intel, Red Bull, and Honda. Sports franchises are cashing in as well, like the Philadelphia 76ers, who bought Team Dignitas. Even music artists are investing in esports teams, like rapper Offset, who owns stake in FaZe Clan. The competition to be part of an esports team is fierce, and pro gamers tend to start their careers early. In fact, the youngest professional gamer was Victor De Leon III, who signed a contract in 2005 at the age of 6. And unlike traditional sports, where players retire in their late 30s or early 40s, the average retirement age for pro gamers is 26 years old. With stadiums selling out for esports tournaments and viewership almost at a par with the NFL and NBA, the future for pro gamers is promising. Who are your favourite players and teams? Tell us about it in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Xplained.